Me and Drizzy back to back, it's getting scary. If you fucking with my eyes, just don't come near me. Put some bins all on your head like Justin Terry. Whoa.
Let's get it, let's get it. You already know the Faison View Podcast, episode 275, man. The big steppers out here, boy. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to Faison View Podcast, man. At Game Shift, make sure you follow him, man. Hey, let's get right into it, man. Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, bro. What's up, Kendrick Lamar? Man, he drops a new album, man. Spectacular. We're going to rate it, give our thoughts, man. What's your favorite songs? What's your top favorite songs on here? All right, man, next. Young Thug, Gunna, YSL, man. Arrested on RICO charges. We'll get into that, man. Man, prayers to everybody involved. Everybody that's involved, prayers to them. And also, definitely moving forward, prayers to this Buffalo Massacre, man. 18-year-old white male, guns down, black-owned supermarket, man. Kills 10 people and is safely arrested in police custody. You know we're going to break that down as we drop that fire to y'all today, man. Subscribers Q&A, man. You going to love this one. What is the best video game system? Is it PlayStation? Is it Xbox? Or is it the Wii? Which I know about the Nintendo, all right? And lastly, the infamous Switch. Would you rather? This off some Twilight, man. Would you rather be a werewolf or a vampire? Interesting. All right, man, let's get right into it, man. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Thursday, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Let's get right into it, man. What's up, man? What's up? K-Dot, man. Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, bro. Like, 1 through 10, bro. Like, I'm at a 9-10. Sonically, down the line, it sounds like an album. And with, like we just said the last podcast, I love how Kendrick is so intentional, you know, with his message. Very intentional. He I ain't gonna lie, he stunned me on this one. And his discography is already amazing. Yeah. You know, we're gonna talk about it in a few. You know, what's your favorite discography or what's your favorite album from his discography? But honestly, bro, this 9 to 10 for me, bro. Like each and every song has a meaning, it has a purpose, and it's different, bro. Each song is different. He not just bring you just, you know, straight rap and straight lyrics, bro. It's deep. It's a message within it. You know what I'm saying? We also talked, you already know, in the group message and talk about, you know, some of these songs and how deep the message is and how it hits a certain point. Man, it's dope, bro. Dope, bro. So what you think? What's your first thoughts of it?
Listen, man, I loved it. And, you know, Kendrick's one of my top 5 favorite MCs ever. You know, he's very intentional. He's definitely put himself in a different class with this album because there's only... Right now, I think it's safe to say he's got 3 straight classics, and I mean, it's too early to say, but I mean, this album is very special. And
for sure.
I see it aging greatly. I think people wanted more of a commercial sounding album, but you know, you don't always have to do that to make great artwork. But it was just great to hear some of the things that he was talking about, and to see that within those 5 years that, you know, there was a reason he had been gone for so long.
Facts, bro.
There were things that he went through. There were things that he was working out and things that he was trying to get over and process. He also had, you know, 2 kids in the process. So, you know, shout out to that. I loved it. You know, one of my favorite songs is N95.
We was on the same page.
I love Die Hard. I love Count Me Out.
Die Hard. Count Me Out.
Purple Hearts. And Mother I Sober was really deep.
Bro.
Just to hear that, you know, him. If I was listening right, I believe he was witnessing his mother being raped by his cousin at 5.
He was witnessing abuse, and he was also talking about his experience and himself and people not really, you know,
and his addiction to lust.
Exactly.
That's what a lot of people don't understand. That you have a lot of men out here who are hornballs, and some of the reason isn't just because that's how men are. Some of it is because a lot of men have been sexually abused and taken advantage of at a very young age.
For sure.
It's not just young girls who get preyed on. There's a lot of little boys who've been preyed on, so they grow up overly sexualized, and that's why they're like that. And so for him, you know, he couldn't understand why he had that addiction because you know, people kept asking him, "Were you touched as a kid?" He was like, "No," but he was telling the truth, like, that didn't happen to me. But he didn't realize that. Wait, at 5, I saw that my mother had been, you know, was molested by my cousin. I did witness that. And I didn't realize that had done something to me. Mm-hmm. So it did get to him. And so, you know, I'm glad to hear that, you know, his lady stuck with him for it.
Facts.
But it was just,
and then from that song to him going to Father Time and talking about, you know, the upbringing and not having the male figure he probably, you know, wanted to in the household.
No, he did.
You know,
his dad was in his.
I mean,
his dad
was in his life. It was in his life, but also it was trials and tribulations with their relationship. Yeah. So, you know, he had a lot of. He even spoke to it. He had a lot of, you know, probably, I wouldn't say regret, but a lot of sentiment because of how his mother was treated and how he grew up and the level of thinking. And another man. Bruh, outstanding performance from Kodak, bruh. Kodak, he kind of stole the show for me, bruh. Because even him in the interlude, I
don't know if he wrote that or Kendrick wrote it, but even regardless,
you know what I'm saying?
I've never heard
Worldwide Steppers, and then yes, like you saying, and him in this certain space. Kodak can really rap, bruh. But also he was speaking in a poetic space.
Yeah, I never thought I'd hear that from Kodak Black.
And honestly, I had to double back a couple times. So I'm like, this Kodak, because he, you know. Kendrick even hit his lines. He's saying it, and I respect Kendrick for giving him that spotlight, Kodak, because even though he didn't coin the phrase steppers, but he's one of those rappers to say that, and he's one of those rappers of that ilk, bro. And you got to see, you know, two sides of the coin. You know what I'm saying? Like, in that interlude, bro. Like that interlude, even before you get to Silent Hill, that interlude, bro. Like. You know what I'm saying? What you doing with a legend, like, bro? What you doing with Kendrick? What you doing with a legend? How you think they gonna look at you, bro? Like,
I don't know who wrote this, but I don't care.
Nah, Kodak.
Like, I don't think I've ever heard
Kodak
speaking spoken word like that. But shout out to Taylor Page.
Yep, Taylor Page, and that
some of y'all relationships sound like that.
That song right there.
It took me a minute to figure out who that was, because I used to watch Hit the Floor. I used to love that show. And I was like, yo, who is Taylor Page? I looked her up. I'm like, shit, rapper. I'm like,
I didn't know
either. They sent me a picture. I was like, oh, her. Yeah. I know who that is. I was like, yo, some of y'all relationships sound like that. Bro. I'm like,
but the imagery, like, honestly,
you can see it.
You're right, exactly. Head, you can't just call anything art. But when he's rapping, especially in this album, it's it's visual. You paint a picture in your head of his experience, and that's why. Like, this is different, bro, because it's storytelling.
You got to give her props, because she's not a rapper.
Facts.
She's an actress.
And she bodied that.
So, yeah, she bodied that.
She bodied that.
The way she went back and forth, the way she was able to, I mean, as an actress, you know she knows how to deliver certain emotions. You know, she can act like an upset girlfriend, but to be able to rap it in a certain way, I can probably see how that studio session probably went. Say it like this, say it like that. You know, that probably wasn't easy for her. She's not a rapper, you know, so she has to rap.
And then just the message behind it, bro. The message behind it is deep, and it paints a picture of, like, it's not just us that's going through it as African Americans in the society, but how we are within relations to each other. You know what I'm saying? How we may communicate, how we may differ on different views and different opinions. You know what I'm saying? It was just crazy, bro. The imagery, bro. Everything was fire. Count Me Out really hit a nerve for me, bro. Like, it really hit a nerve for me. I had to double back on that, too. I'm just like, bro. Like, this song is like a timeless song, bro. Because it really speaks to the motivation within yourself. The dedication that you have to keep pushing forward, man. Whoever count you out, bro, just know that this... You know what I'm saying? This is a shortcoming. You'll get past that,
Mirrors,
man.
Too.
Mirrors, bro. Every song, bro, and the transitioning, too.
One of the reasons I love Kendrick, the same reason one of the reasons I love Drake, is like some of the stuff is very relatable.
Correct.
Like, my favorite song on Damn is Feel. Like, because at one point in my life, I truly did feel like that. Mm-hmm. And he just kept saying, I feel like a chip on my shoulder. I feel like I'm losing composure. I feel like he just kept saying, I feel like all these different things. Like, the whole world want me to pray for him, but who the heck praying for me? And sometimes I feel like that. I'm like, yo, like, because I'm always that friend. I'm always that friend that's like, who can you pray for me? Who can you pray for me? It's like, yeah. But sometimes you feel like ain't nobody praying for me.
Correct.
That's not true, but it's like sometimes you feel like that. And so that's not that album, but like, man, yo, like, you know, Kendrick's discography is just... It's
different, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Now we talking about that. I got To Pimp a Butterfly first. I got To Pimp a Butterfly. I got To Pimp a Butterfly first, bro. That's my preference. To Pimp a Butterfly is a classic, bro. And all of them are classic, but to me it hits different. Then I got Good Kid, Mad City. Then this is where the debate starts, where between Damn and this album. I'm not gonna lie, I love Damn, but I might give it to Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers solely off of, like, it's so versatile. It hits like Die Hard hits to where it hits a soul. Like that's a summer record, but that record right there hit a chord, bro.
Damn won a Pulitzer Prize.
Yeah, and Damn just straight through. So I mean, Damn has already performed, so I can't say that. But I'm just talking about how this. I feel like how this album is gonna go along, bro. Like the replay value of this album is out of this world. Out of this world. I know everybody has a preference. I know it's a lot of Kendrick fans. There's a lot of people that may not be tuned to his sound, but I feel like this album has everything for everybody. Yeah. That's my opinion on it. For sure.
I will always ride for a Good Kid, Mad City, man. I mean, the storytelling in that was immaculate. I feel like that's the top 10 rap album of all time. Mm-hmm. The more every time you go back and play it, I mean, just from the recordings or the voicemail messages, and just the story he was telling, and just the message he was delivering. Good Kid, Mad City, like of what it's like to be. You're not the worst kid. You're a good kid, but you live in like this. You live in a neighborhood in a city that's like a lot of things go on. Yeah, you can be a good kid and still be affected by those things. Just by walking home, you can get in trouble because somebody who bangs thinks you are your homies with another homie who bangs and he thinks you him. Mm-hmm. And you're not even asking for trouble, but like but you found it just from being at the wrong place at the wrong time. So I'm always ride for a Good Kid, Mad City, man. It's just such a classic album. I feel like it's top 10. If I had to make a top 10 rap album, it's in there. It might be 10, but I feel like it's in there. I feel like that.
For sure. That's debatable. So where do you put Damn and where do you put Mr. Morale and the Big Stepper? I know it's early. It's early.
It's discography?
It's early.
I got Good Kid, Damn, To Pimp a Butterfly, and then this joint for right now.
Yeah, for right now because it's early. And then Section 8, I don't count that.
Section 8 is a mixtape, and I don't count the Untitled joint.
Correct.
Even though it was really good, I don't count that. But Section 8 is a mixtape.
But out of those,
stop saying it's not. It's a mixtape.
It looks like he has all classics, and that's what it is, to be honest.
And it's very tough. The only person I can think who's done that is Outkast. Well, no, because their last album, I wouldn't call Idlewild a classic. It's a good album. I wouldn't call it a classic, but their first 5 are classics.
Yeah, I mean, Kanye, you got a lot. You got it's really a small
league. Very small list. I don't know if anyone has all classics, but there's a small list of people who can say they got majority classics.
Majority.
Hov, obviously, but I still think Kanye has the best
Yeah,
best
I think
first
so. Best first
rap.
4 or 5 for sure.
I think Kanye has the best first 5 in rap.
It's not even. I would. Yeah, it's debatable. Yeah. So moving on to music, man. Shout out to K. Dot, man, amazing album, and shout out to everybody that was featured. But moving on to music, man, we going to Young Thug, Gunna, and this YSL. They arrested on RICO charges. It came out, mid podcast, so we didn't report it. But we don't want to speak too much on all of this. Is still an ongoing case. There's a lot going on within it. We just found out, and it shocked me, shocked the world, and just in reality, bro. And how I look at it is that you have to be mindful of what you say and the era and what you do in the era that we are in. And I understand that this is art. I'm not with, we just talked about it, not with the freedom of speech within rap, being used against you. Yeah. But also you just have to be mindful, you know what I'm saying? Cuz these one of our favorite artists for sure, Thug, man. And prayers to all parties, you know what I'm saying? Because we don't know what is going on. This is all alleged. But when this hit the airwaves, bro, it's just like, hey, rappers, you got to understand that you guys are being targeted. You guys are being targeted. And also, you're in the public image. So what you post, what you may say, what you may do will be held against you. And it's unfortunate, but that's the light that you're in.
Listen, man, I'm not with the using lyrics, but you can't be out here committing current crimes and rapping about your current crimes. They're not the first rappers to rap about crime. If that's your lifestyle or if that's something that used to be a part of your life, obviously I expect you to rap about it. But you can't be currently committing crimes and rapping about it. That's something else. Like, you gotta keep the two separate. Like, maybe that was something you used to do and you just speaking on it, But like, they were currently out here actively committing crimes and rapping about it.
And it's wild because this stems back from 2012,
bro.
That's what's caught me.
When I'm thinking about the show The Wire, because I'm like, yo, this is a RICO case. I told my students, a RICO is the equivalent of your girl has all the evidence of you cheating before she even asks you. She don't talk to the girl. She got screenshots. She got videos. Then she got all the evidence. Then she gonna ask you, are you cheating, and see what you say. So it's like you got people online like Metro Boomin and whatnot trying to, you know, tweet and say the Young Thug is this, Young Thug is. I'm like, listen, bro, it's a RICO. Like these guys, they have been watching these brothers. They had wiretaps on the phones. They just caught him with more guns and drugs in his house the other day.
It's just crazy.
Like, it's like, there's really not much you can say to defend this.
Yeah.
There's really nothing you can do.
It's not much.
They have been caught. They have been watched and caught red-handed. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like,
and you can't be insensitive to either parties because you never know what happened. This is all alleged.
Like rap lyrics aside, they had the phones tapping, heard y'all comment. Like, you feel me? Like, it just doesn't make sense for you to, like, throw all that away and, you know, like, it just makes you think about all the things Wallow was saying, all the things Jay-Z said, and it's just like, fam, like...
Nah, because Wallow, to your point, Wallow's...
Literally, every person tried to warn, he's either dead or in jail right now.
And it's crazy, because you get somebody like that that's a huge impact in the game right now, and also who just spreads game and has done 20 years.
25, actually.
You know, 25 in the system, bro. So it's like... You know, I understand that it's easier said than done, but you have to look at the bigger and brighter picture, and that's what was, you know, really hitting the airwaves of Wallow really just expressing to a lot of these young men, bro, a lot of these young black men in these communities, bro, like the end, you know what I'm saying, the end could be near at any time. Make sure you really understand and cover yourself. And also try to be a better you for those in your family, for those that you support, because you can't be there or do anything for somebody if you're in jail, you dead. Exactly. Unfortunately.
And a lot of my students ask me, like, how can they make all that money and still want to do that? And I said, well, you know, Jay-Z used to say, like, the biggest hurdle for him giving up crime and selling dope was that lifestyle's addicting. They say the life of crime is a very addicting lifestyle. Like the fast life, fast money, fast cars. The fact that you could get caught at any moment. You do, like, it's a very addicting lifestyle. And so it's like, so I liken it to that. I'm like, maybe that's what it was. Like maybe it's just hard to let the streets go sometimes. I don't know. Like for me, I just feel like if I'm making money, I would just, you know, put it to the side. But maybe, like, because the more stories you hear about, maybe it's not that easy. You know, right. So that's the only thing. That's the only explanation I had. Like, crime, it can be in a very addicting lifestyle.
At the end of the day, all you have to know is that your actions may impact a whole bunch of people. You feel me?
Crazy.
And I mean, not saying that this is all alleged, but you know, just in general, we're just speaking in general.
And they try that
your actions
can, brothers too. They try to get thug life.
Yeah, and also before we move on, rest in peace to Lil Key, because he's a part of YSL too, and that was just tragic. It's been a lot going on within that. So like I said, prayers to everybody. We don't know if that actually happened, but yes, that too. So. Yeah, in general. Man, we're moving forward. We're talking about everything that's going on in the world, man. This was shocking news. Shocking news. And I'm just tired of hearing about it, bro. Because even though it's shocking, it's repetitive. So what is going to be done about this? Buffalo Massacre, man. This 18-year-old white male, guns down, black-owned supermarket. Mind you, this is live. This is on Twitch.
Like,
kills 10 people. All grandparents' age, it doesn't matter what the age is, but regardless of the fact, safely arrested in police custody. I'm trying to understand, bro, how these mass shootings are happening and these people that are committing the crime are walking away. Look here, make me understand it, bro. This is sick on so many levels. Where's our hate crime bill, bro? And that's just being real. That's being real because we're tired of so many people talking a certain type of game, and that's just being real. It's just everybody talking about things that should be done. It needs to be actions behind it. Like what? It's no words to even be expressive anymore because this is sickening. This is the society we live in which. If you a certain color of skin, you can get away with damn near anything. Yeah. You telling me that? That's what, so now we burying.
He was even calm enough to record it live, like.
And guess what? Record it live. Point at a Caucasian gentleman. oh, my bad, and proceed to go in the rest of the store and continue to shoot and air out.
I didn't even watch the video.
I
wouldn't even try to watch that video. I didn't even. But that just shows the arrogance that he had to do that. Like,
and this is not anything new.
Yeah.
We can go back to the church situation. Yeah. We can go back to the recent situation with the homeboy who had the AK and just got off.
He just got off.
Bro, come on now.
Yeah. Our preface is for saying, you know, what's going on in Ukraine and Russia is tragic, and we don't want nobody at war or whatever. But it's like, you got $14 billion to go help and deal with that, but it's like
we dealing with our own war here.
Like you got terrorists here.
We got dealing with our own war here in our own society.
People here that need help. Like, this is terrorism. This is a form. This was a terrorist act. I don't care what color he was. I don't care if he was a U.S. citizen. That was this was a terrorist attack. There's no other word. There's no other word for it, yo. Like,
for sure. And a broad daylight hate crime on Twitch live. This is documented.
The arrogance it takes to put something like that live on a platform that's supposed to be for video games, supposed to be for kids to go on there and watch people play video games. You did that there, and you know, and listen, and Twitch gonna have to make some changes, man, because that can't happen. There's gonna have to be some sort of a whole lot of things have to change. Not just Twitch, but a lot of things have to change.
Everything.
I don't have all the answers. You know, I just pray because I know
we don't,
you know Christ has all the answers. I let Him deal with it. But you know, it's just sad. But something's got to change, man.
And it's sad because it's not even being talked about enough. One, because everybody's become immune to this, and that's the bad thing. And everybody's traumatized, but nobody's traumatized by this. Right, exactly. Nobody's showing any action to even talk about that.
Reporter who said, I've done 15 of these, and it's like, when does it start? He's breaking down. It's like, yo, like, that has to be traumatized. That you have to keep reporting things like this, like that. Like you have to think about that. Like, I've done 15 of these, like I felt for him. I was like, dang, man. Like, he's just reporting the news.
And bro,
but it gets to you after a while.
And it gets to me because it made me just afraid to walk out the door. You know what I'm saying? Like, a different type of trauma.
Yeah, man.
You feel me? Because that like it's sickening because you never know when it could be your day. But going out in that way, in that manner, man, prayers to them. And prayers to all of those parties that were involved, families that were involved, and had those been their grandparents or grandmothers and grandfathers, because all the ages were 50 plus and up in that situation. Regardless of anything, man.
Grandparents, parents.
Throw the book, please, bro. I don't even got no more words, bro. I'm tired. Can we please receive some type of justice?
Y'all giving Young Thug and all that.
Ridiculous. Same energy. Same energy. Y'all talking about Young Thug making jokes like it's funny and cool about somebody going to jail or somebody else being affected by these other actions, bro. Y'all making jokes, clowning. I don't hear nothing about this. We spoke about it. Everybody saying this, disgusting.
Justice. We just saying
they
did. But this brother gotta get. If Young Thug can get life, this brother can get life or something. If Young Thug can get life, this brother can get life.
And it's crazy.
I'm sorry.
It's crazy because the energy is not met. So, man, we're moving forward on a lighter note, man. Subscribers Q&A, man. Make sure you drop those. You already know questions, man. Make sure you drop those questions. Hey, what is the best video game system? Is it PlayStation, Xbox, or Wii? Bruh, come on, bro. PlayStation, bro. Come on now. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I may have. I got an Xbox right now, but it's always going to be PlayStation forever. For real. It's no gaming console that has been better throughout the time, bro. From the PS1, from the PS2, from the PS3 to the 4 to the 5. It hasn't been. The only thing I would say that Xbox may have a little bit of edge was always a little bit the graphics. I'll give them that. Somewhat.
They co-op play like
co-op play.
Xbox Live is always.
Wii was always fire because it was something new, very different. You know, Nintendo in general is the legendary. But bro, PlayStation, bro. The best games we played.
Yes. I don't want to trash talk Xbox. I'm gonna put my game on Xbox. I don't want any problems before I.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Go ahead.
But I've always been a PlayStation guy. To this day, I've never owned an Xbox. I will eventually, obviously, to play my game.
Correct.
But PlayStation has just always been the best, man. I mean, their games have just always been better. And I think one of the reasons why, like, you know, one, Xbox doesn't have exclusives, you know, which you know, is kind of to their detriment. I mean, they're buying companies now, but they bought some games that are kind of past their prime. You know, like some of the games they bought, their prime was on PlayStation.
Right, correct.
Like Crash Bandicoot, like.
For sure.
And so, like, I think one of the reasons why today more so than ever, I think there might have been a point where, you know, you could have said Xbox was more popular, like maybe because the PS3 was lit, but I think more people, there might have been an argument for the 360
and arguments for certain games. You want to know what I feel like Xbox kind of took? Not, I wouldn't say just took a shift in a positive manner where it started to, people started to view it better than PlayStation was Halo.
Yes,
that's the I can see that. That's the only reason. And like you said, the co-op play of Xbox
and Halo kind of like that was like their only
exclusive. And then
eventually, you know, Halo kind of. I think that Destiny is both. But I mean, after 360, you know, there was a shift in 2009. There was a shift in video games where, you know, story-based games, because of the way they were made, like the Batman Arkham games, because of the way they were made, the story-based games became the most popular games. And no one has better story-based games than PlayStation. They've always had better story-based games. From Sly Cooper, Jack and Daxter, Ratchet & Clank, Uncharted, The Last of Us, God of War, Spider-Man, Horizon Zero Dawn, Forbidden Light. They've always had better narrative-based games. And they have, like, I just named you a bunch of mascots who've been around for years.
And then different branched off.
Do that with Xbox.
Then different branched off entertainment sports games. And then we go to the NFL streets. And then we go to the, you know, even to the Call of Duties, even to the Maddens, you know, even to the 2Ks. You know, that's honestly another extension of the PlayStation became in the 2K era too. Because you remember when Live was mostly on you know, Xbox. A lot of people, it was on both, but a lot of people prefer Xbox. When that 2K hit that PlayStation, bro, that 2K was different. And then when you have like we always talk about, when you talk about the street volumes, and then when you talk about the old school games, like it's different. What's the game that the skiing game? This bro, come on now.
But and Sony had the PSP.
Bro, don't even get me started.
Xbox,
PSP was
Xbox never had a handheld.
Come on, stop.
The PSP
was before its time. Was way before its time, bro.
That
Fast and Furious on the PSP, bro.
You can watch movies on that joint.
Bro, Grand Theft Auto on the PSP.
Dragon Ball Z, Shin Budokai. Oh my gosh.
Nah, fool. You don't even
understand. The PS Vita wasn't all that. Like, I ain't gonna, but the PSP, you play music on that joint, it was like an MP.
PSP was fire, bro.
PSP was
that was way before its time. That's crazy. Didn't PSP come out around the same time the iPod came out? Or was around that time? Yeah, because that's all I ain't gonna lie. That's all I played was the PSP, and I had my iPod in. Sometimes I didn't because the PSP had the volume. Bro, stop it. Way before its time. You right. I forgot about that.
Crazy,
nah, PlayStation, bro.
PlayStation is forever legendary, man.
Best console, man. Y'all let us know.
I can't wait to get the PS5.
Y'all let us know. PlayStation. Xbox,
but shout out to the Switch, because you know, without Nintendo, I could never play Pokemon. I could never play. That was like a way of life.
People mess with the Switch.
You had to play. Growing up, you had to play Pokemon. I know that was like the only handhelds at the time.
I was one of them. I was with the Blade, you know.
Yeah, that was the only handheld at one point in time. Was the
Nintendo
Game Boy,
the
DS,
the Game Boy,
and the Wii was revolutionary because you know the way you could just play with your family, do stuff, and the Switch is fire. And you had to have Nintendo because you had to play Mario, you had to play Smash Brothers. You still have it at the crib.
That's a fact.
Like you just had to play certain games.
Yeah, Nintendo legendary, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I might go PlayStation, Nintendo, then Xbox in that order.
PlayStation, Nintendo.
Yeah, y'all let us know, man. PlayStation, Xbox, or Nintendo, man. Which one you? All right, would you rather, man? The infamous. Would you rather be a werewolf or a vampire, bro? This is an interesting question.
Very easy.
Shoot, I ain't gonna hold you. This might be easy for me too. Werewolf, bro. Come on, man. We running packs, bro. And vampire is weird to me, bro.
One, I still get like the strength and agility.
No offense to vampires because they might be real. I don't know. I'm gonna throw that out there.
But one, I still get all my strength and agility, and so I get to keep that. But the only time I really bug out is if it's a full moon, and I can track that. I can track when the next full moon is coming, and then just tie myself up or whatever. or get ready for it. As a vampire, you are constantly fiending to suck someone's blood.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Like constantly, and you're gonna come out in the daytime.
You can't come.
Yeah, you can't come out in the daytime.
Nah, I'm good.
So it's like I'd rather be a werewolf.
Yeah,
like I get all the benefits.
And then a werewolf, we stepping together. You know what I'm saying? We stepping together.
The only downside is on the full moon I bug out, and I can plan ahead. Mm-hmm. I can literally figure out when the next full moon. You ever watch Teen Wolf? Mm-hmm. It's a great show. Please go watch. Oh my god, I'm gonna rewatch one day.
The full moon, do you have to be outside for, or just it
doesn't matter.
Right, or just full moon.
You might have to be outside. But regardless, if the full moon is out, like that's when you really bug out. So I can plan for that. Like I'd much rather be a werewolf. Like I can run high, jump high, smell, strength, all that. And then at night, when the full moon come out, I just bug out.
Werewolf
I can
prepare
for that.
Werewolf for
As
sure.
As a vampire, I can't do nothing during the day.
And this for all the Twilight, all the Twilight subscribers, fans, and things of that nature. I ain't gonna lie, I never was originally when I got into it a little bit. I'm like, all right, this
I truly think the only reason guys started watching Twilight is because girls like Twilight, and you took your girl to see it. That's the only reason I think guys watch Twilight.
It was cool. It was cool for them. You know what I'm saying?
I got to the second one and gave up.
But yeah, I'm werewolfing it up out here. You already
for sure.
know.
I'm gonna be a werewolf, 100%.
For sure. So let us know what you would do, man. Would you rather werewolf or vampire? Hey, another amazing episode of the Faison View Podcast, Thursday, 5 p.m. Eastern Time, man. Make sure you tap in, man. Much love. 1.